What is up, everybody? J-Nell here with my UFC Fight Night 55 and 56 recap videos that happened this past week. Let's get into it. I'm only going to talk about the co-main event and the main event. They were good fights. First up, in Australia, Friday night, we saw co-main event Al Iaquinta take on Ross Pearson. I had a feeling this would be a good fight, and it was. First round, extremely close. For me, Ross Pearson has a more chaotic style, and he hits harder than Al does. However, Al just has cleaner striking and more diversity of striking. He incorporated more kicks. However, again, first round probably could have went either way. This fight ended in the second round. Al landed a kick, which kind of threw Ross off his balance. It allowed Al to follow up with a punch, and the punch was the beginning of the end. The punch stunned him, knocked him back to the fence. Al followed in again with the combinations with the punches, kept landing, eventually got him to the ground. Like one strike later, ref stopped right in, jumped right into it. Good stoppage from the ref. This was a good win for Al Iaquinta. I think he definitely should get a top 10 opponent next. Who do you think he should fight next? Again, this is the lightweight division. You gotta win like 10 fights before you can start barking for a title. So again, top 10 opponent though. Who do you think Al Iaquinta should fight next? Next up, main event. And it was Luke Rockhold versus Michael Bisping, the final chapter in their story. This started off with Michael talking about how he got the best of him in practice. Luke took offense to this, said, "Why are you talking about training?" They went back and forth, and now we had this fight. Luke said he was going to knock him out in the first round, but I don't think he ever intended on doing that. I think he just wanted to see what he could get out of Michael in that first round. He came into this fight extremely calm, loose, almost jovial. Seemed like there was a lack of urgency, but I think he just really wanted to get comfortable in that first round. So the first round for me goes to Michael. He just threw way more shots, landed more shots. He has really good footwork. When you have someone with really good movement and footwork, sometimes a good technique to use is just to walk him down. And that's what Luke did. He walked him down, didn't respect his power. And towards the end of the first round, it seems like he had figured it out. Whatever it was he needed to figure out, he figured it out. He did his homework. He got comfortable. And he just started landing leg kicks, or just kicks to the body, to the head, to the legs. He just started landing kicks. American Kickboxing Academy, he has amazing kicks, and they're so hard. Even the ones that Michael was able to block properly, you heard thump. You heard Michael, huh, the body shots. I mean, and they did damage. Second round, Luke just came out firing on all cylinders. Like I said, you could tell he got comfortable. He figured it out. He did his homework. He landed a kick to the head, knocked Michael all the way to the fence and to the ground, jumped on top of him, started landing shots. Michael left his neck out there. He grabbed that neck, got the guillotine choke. Michael was still scrambling. He only had one arm on the choke. I said, let it go. You don't want to tire your arm out. I was wrong. He tapped out Michael Bisping with a one-armed guillotine. First time Michael Bisping has ever been submitted. This was a great win for Luke Rockhold. He's already beaten Jacare Souza once, and we know Jacare is pretty much in line for that title shot next. Machida versus Cub Swanson coming up, maybe the win out of that, but that's about it. Luke Rockhold pretty much has about one fight left before he can start barking for a title shot, and that's it. So who do you want to see Luke Rockhold fight next, and what do you think is next for Michael Bisping? He looked small. I didn't realize Luke is big for that weight division, or Michael's a little bit small, because Luke he was much bigger than him. Stronger, bigger, thicker legs, thicker arms. He just was bigger than him. So who do you want to see Michael Bisping fight next? Stay in that weight division? Maybe try to drop down? I don't know. You tell me. Now, next night in Brazil, co-main event, we saw Warlley Alves take on Alan Jouban. It was supposed to be Ian McCall versus John Lineker. John Lineker got like a blood sickness pretty much right before and couldn't fight. So hopefully he'll get better. We saw Warlley and Alan. This was a good fight. 3-round decision in favor of Warlley. I disagree. Half the Brazilian crowd also disagreed because they started to boo. This was a close fight. Warlley almost finished him in the first round. I think this had a lot to do with it. Maybe some of the judges gave him that first round by 2, possibly. Jouban weathered the storm, came back and started landing a lot of shots in the first round. Second round, I believe he won this round. Warlley was able to take him down and keep him there for about a minute or so. As soon as Alan was able to get up, he just started putting together a combination and tagging him. If you look at the stats, he landed more strikes, almost doubled up on the strikes for the whole entire fight. He landed more significant strikes. The killer instinct was kind of missing there because he had Warlley on the ropes. Even starting in the second round, Warlley was tired. Okay, he blew his load in that first round. He was looking for excuses to take a break. He got poked in the eye and immediately sat on the mat. Was like, give me a break. He got kicked in the balls accidentally. Most guys just come right back. No, he immediately sat on the mat and was like, give me a break. So he was looking for breaks. Third round, complete domination by Allen. Worley was completely exhausted. Hands to his sides. Sluggish movement, running away, turning his back to Allen and walking away. Like DC and Phil Davis said it best. When you know that you have a guy against the ropes, when you see a guy looking for breaks like that, you got to put your chin down and you got to finish him. Stop pretty boxing him and you got to just get in there and fight. I believe Allen might have been able to finish him in the third round had he just put his chin down and started to go to work. But Warlley Alves throws everything with nasty intentions, and he's extremely strong and powerful. So when you got a guy with one hit of quitters like that, even when he's tired, makes you hesitant. So let me know if you agree with the decision. Let me know who you think both of these fighters should fight next, Warlley Alves and Alan Jouban. Now, main event. We had a last-minute sub here. It was supposed to be Mauricio Shogun Rua against Jimmy Manuwa. Instead, we saw Ovince St. Preux. It's unfortunate when this happens because you train for a completely different guy. You prepare for a completely different style. In my opinion, Ovince is stronger, faster, and much more unorthodox than Jimmy Manuwa. He came in Brazil and he KO'd Mauricio Shogun Rua in 34 seconds, y'all. The crowd was shocked. The crowd was silent. I had just finished posting on social media. They were going back and forth a little bit. Mauricio was kind of aggressive. You could tell that Ovince had did his homework. He kind of waited for a certain combination. And Mauricio followed up his combination with that standard overhand right. Ovince sidestepped it, landed a left hook, which knocked him on his butt. Got in there, ground and pound, and Yamasaki, the ref, he gave Mauricio the benefit of a doubt because Ovince teed off on his head, unblocked shots about 12 times. So he had the benefit of a doubt. Good stoppage. What's next for Mauricio Shogun Rua? I believe he's only won one of his last 4, even though they were close and all of that. But what do you think is left for him? He's actually only 33, but in fight years, he's like 43. He's been through wars and he's been fighting for a very long time. What do you think is next for him? Again, this was a last-minute sub, so that's hard. And this is a great win for Ovince St. Preux. He's ranked number 10. He's going to be ranked number 9 now. I think he's got to get that win back against Ryan Bader before he can really start to move up in the top 10. Let me know any injury updates. Who do you think everyone should fight next? Let me know what you thought of all the decisions and talk to me. Take care. Goodbye.